Hi everyone. Today our group will be speaking on the topic, why Donald Trump should be impeached. Before we begin, it's important to understand what it means to be a president. A president is the elected head of a republic. In the United States, the president is not only the leader of an executive branch of government, but also the commander-in-chief of the armed forces and a representative of the people. The role comes with great power, and with that, great responsibility. A president is expected to lead with honesty, integrity, and commitment to upholding the Constitution. But what happens when a president fails to meet those expectations, or even worse, abuses that power? This is where impeachment comes in. Impeachment is a constitutional process that allows Congress to remove a president for committing high crimes and misdemeanors. It exists to protect our nation from leaders who pose a threat to democracy or rule of the law. In the case of Donald Trump, we believe impeachment was not only justified, it was necessary. From inciting a violent insurrection at the Capitol on January 6th, to attempting to overturn a democratic election, to pressuring foreign leaders for foreign political gain, Trump repeatedly acted in ways that violated his oath of office. In the next parts of our speech, we will examine those actions in detail and explain why they represent serious threats to democratic values and national security. Our goal is not to be partisan, but to speak on the importance of accountability. Because democracy, not even a president, is above the law.
I believe that the President of the United States has committed an impeachable act. H-Res 57 addresses abuse of presidential powers by disregarding the separation of powers, devolving American democracy into an authoritarian government. I believe that if we do not take immediate action, this authoritarian president will not only devolve the country into authoritarianism, I believe he is a would-be dictator who would become a dictator. So I today announce that later today, I will bring these articles of impeachment to the floor and I will call for a vote. I believe that the hour of decision is upon us and we all have to decide. Are we going to go down and choose the path of democracy, or we allow ourselves to choose the low road of autocracy?
I'm very pro-choice. I hate the concept of abortion.
I'm pro-life.
Do you believe in punishment for abortion? Yes or no, as a principle?
The answer is that there has to be some form of punishment.
For the woman?
Yeah.
Like President Ronald Reagan, I support the 3 exceptions for rape, incest, and the life of the mother.
I mean, DeSantis is willing to sign a 5-week and 6-week ban.
Would you support that? You think that
I think what he did is a terrible thing and a terrible mistake.
The states will determine by vote or legislation or perhaps both, and whatever they decide must be the law of the land.
I would like to outline 3 key points for the need of impeaching Donald Trump. The first key point I would like to go over was on June 6, 2025. Residents of Los Angeles protested against unlawful ICE raids. In response, Donald Trump deployed military enforcements to protect federal employees without invoking the 1807 Insurrection Act. This action was unlawful, as it bypassed the required authorization from the governor of California. Second key point I would like to go over is Elon Musk being appointed by Donald Trump as head of Department of Government Efficiency, known as DOGE. Following his appointment, Musk attempted to shut down the U.S. Agency for International Development, known as USAID, resulting in firing of thousands of employees and disrupting the agency's operations. a federal judge later ruled that the actions taken to dismantle USAID likely violated the U.S. Constitution. And my last and final key point I would like to go over is Donald Trump initiating a tariff war by imposing tariffs under the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, known as IEEPA. However, a federal court ruled that this action exceeded the authority granted by the law, stating that the IEEPA does not permit the president to impose tariffs in this manner. The U.S. Court of International Trade also found that Trump's use of the IEEPA violated the Constitution, emphasizing that the power to impose tariffs is explicitly granted to Congress and not the executive branch.
President Trump and Elon Musk falling into an intense feud over the president's major tax and spending bill.
What was surprising about it was just the idea that it came so quickly, right? I mean, Elon Musk was in the Oval Office with the president a week before this blow up.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Alan, and this is my closing statement and speech of why Donald Trump should be impeached. At the end of the day, no one is above the law, not even the president. Donald Trump has showed time and time again that he puts himself before our country, from trying to pressure officials to give fake election results and to encourage people that led to the attack to the Capitol. His actions have caused real harm to our democracy. Impeachment isn't about politics. It's about accountability. If any other person did what he did, they'd be facing serious consequences. Just because he holds the highest position in office doesn't mean he should get a free pass. A leader should bring this country together, not tear it apart for personal gain or reasons. Impeaching Donald Trump is not just about what already happened. It's about protecting our future for this country. If we don't act, we're saying that it's okay to abuse power, spread lies, and attack the foundation of our democracy. We can't let this message stand. For that sake of our nation, Donald Trump should be impeached.